A very good afternoon. You're watching the Big Lunch Hour with me, Akshita, and first up, Belagavi's Yellore is in the eye of yet another storm ever since the MES activists installed the board that Yellore belongs to Maharashtra. This particular gesture raised a storm in the region, following which the DC had to demolish the board. The activists today attacked the Kannada journalists with stones. The journalists took cover in a house, but the activists forced them to come out when they learnt that they were Kannadigas. There were tense scenes as over 150 MES activists garrowed the office. Soon the police intervened and a war ensued on the roads as cops lathi-charged the protesters. This is the kind of galatta that was witnessed in Yellore. We're now joined in by the IG of the North Division, Mr. Bhaskar Rao, over the phone lines. Mr. Bhaskar Rao, first of all, if you could take us through exactly what is the condition in Yellore now, have things calmed down?
The situation in Vellore is absolutely peaceful now. Okay. Yellore is a village which is about 10 kilometers away from Belgaum, coming under Belgaum Rural Police Station. You may know that they had put up a board declaring that it to be a part of Maharashtra. So on the orders of the Honorable High Court of Karnataka, the board was removed. But in a defiant mood, the local villagers rebuilt that board. We deliberately allowed so that passions can be released, and passions and emotions. But today morning we took a concerted decision that once they had already been allowed to construct this board, we will remove it now. So at 6 o'clock in the morning, under the leadership of the Deputy Commissioner, Mr. Jairam, and Superintendent of Police, Chandragupta, we had sufficient force, and these boards were removed from Yellore as well as Surat, which is a neighboring village where they had put up this board. And there is a big process of newsmen, especially from the visual media, who suddenly went inside the village to cover the village inside. This particular board was located outside, and the police is stationed outside the village. So when we got to know that the members of Karnataka media have been trapped inside or have been taken hostage, so we went inside and rescued them, and in the process some force was used to bring them out. Otherwise the situation is absolutely peaceful.
Right, Mr. Bhaskar Rao, in fact, we saw what happened day before yesterday where the police were also in fact stoned at.
Pardon, say that again?
Well, we saw what happened 2 days ago when the police were attacked by these particular activists.
Police was not attacked. Where did you see police being attacked?
We saw quite a bit of violence 2 days back again in Yellore where the police were present as well.
No violence. They were engaged in constructing the name board. Police was nowhere around. Right.
Mr. Rao, also keeping in mind the kind of tensions, do you plan on imposing Section 144 in the area?
Already Section 144 has been clamped there. Section 144 is clamped in Belgaum Taluk, Khanapur Taluk and Nipani town.
Right. And what about these activists? Are you taking any steps to ensure that things calm down in the region?
Yes, first is to contain the situation. The situation is contained. The investigation will proceed and we will start the process of arresting. There is no point in arresting now. We know who the people are and where they are located also. First, we have to contain the situation now.
Right. Also, do we know if there's an extra amount of police deployment in the area?
Is there. The Additional Director General of Police, Mr. Kishore Chanda, and under the leadership of our Director General of Police, Mr. Pachau, have dispatched sufficient force. If we need any force, we'll always take it from the state government.
Right. Mr. Rao, thank you so much for talking to News 9 and telling us exactly what is taking place. Things have relatively calmed down in Yellore Water. Mr. Bhaskar Rao has gone on to tell us he is the IG of the North Division, and Section 144 has been imposed in the area, is what we understand, and there is a heavy deployment of police. No arrests being made as of now because, as the IG had stated, things are calming down, so they want to keep it that way, because if they do make an arrest, things could turn violent once again. Particularly targeted by the police is because he is said to have pelted stones at those journalists who were kept and cornered by these activists. He specifically targeted them and tried to physically hurt them, which is why the police were seen dragging him out by his collar and then beating him up relentlessly. My colleague Arun joins us over the phone lines with more details. Arun, when we did speak to the IG earlier, he has stated that Section 144 has been imposed. There is a heavy police deployment, but will that ensure that things stay calm? Because going by what we're seeing, these activists have created chaos in the village.
That's right, Akshita. In fact, this is that village which is the bone of contention. Remember, there was a milestone placed just outside the village where the milestone said very clearly that it belonged to Maharashtra, although the fact remains that this is a part of the Belgaum Lok Sabha constituency. But the milestone, as we all know, was removed after a relentless fight by pro-Kannada activists for nearly 20 years. The decision to remove the offending milestone came after actually the Karnataka High Court, the highest ranking judicial authority in the state, passed a verdict in favor of the pro-Kannada activists and said that very clearly the survey number and other related documents clearly indicate that Yellore village is a part of Karnataka and not a part of Maharashtra. So ever since that particular offending milestone was removed, there has been a summer of discontent, if one could use that phrase, as far as this part of the country is concerned. In fact, immediately after that, you had the KSRTC or Karnataka State Road Transport buses, which were plying from Belagavi to Kolhapur. They were those buses were stoned. And then from then on, there has been a major tension in the air. And today things went from bad to worse because one group of journalists, the Kannada-speaking journalists, who had gone to cover the protest of the MES party functionaries at Yellore village, were specifically targeted. And when they tried to seek refuge in a house, the landlady of the house reportedly threw up a tantrum once she came to know that the journalists were actually Kannada journalists, and after that I believe close to 150 to 200 MES activists surrounded the house, and they tried to actually ransack it with an intention of causing bodily harm and damage to the journalists. But thankfully enough, the police were present. They were able to move in swiftly and keep the mischief mongers at bay. But clearly at this point of time, as we speak, there is anything but peace ruling as far as this particular village is concerned. And as you rightly pointed out, there has been a case where this thing has been imposed. Section 144 has been imposed, Akshita.
Right, Aruna. Also, of course, keeping in mind that the police haven't made any arrests as of now, it clearly shows that the area is still very sensitive, because they claim that they are scared to make, they do not want to make any arrests simply because it could lead to more protests. So does that mean things as of now will be subdued, because now that the police have gone out there and sent out a strong message to the activists, they won't dare to go ahead and do something similar again?
Can't completely rule out possibility of mischief mongers not wanting to stay quiet, Akshita, because remember, irrespective of whether the police is there or not, these mischief mongers do want to create nuisance and trouble. That's apart. Remember, if today is peaceful and the rest of the day there's nothing untoward which happens, there is no guarantee that things will not go out of hand tomorrow. So clearly, as far as this particular issue is concerned, the last word has yet to be spoken, and that means this could have a lot of trouble for a lot of people. In fact, remember, the protesters have no right whatsoever to protest and go on this kind of a vandalizing trip, because remember, the district administration has only done or adhered to a court order which was passed by the Honorable Karnataka High Court on the basis of a PIL which was filed. So clearly the district administration has not done anything out of turn or out of reach. It has done everything which is legally abiding and which is within the framework as prescribed. Because remember, this was an issue, and because this issue came up in, before the court, there was a whole process of activities, a series of steps which were initiated, including getting the information from the relevant departments to figure out whether the PIL had any merit. And on the basis of the information so secured, the Honorable Karnataka High Court passed an order. So the district administration cannot be faulted because they only adhered to or did what was recommended or prescribed as per the directives of the Karnataka High Court. So to fault the district administration is not the right thing, and therefore it is imperative that these mischief mongers put an end to their kind of vandalizing act, because that means to say they are trying to dispute or go against the directive or order which has been passed with the Karnataka High Court. If there is a grouse, if there is a room for concern, then probably these people should go and appeal, either in the Karnataka High Court itself or perhaps even in the Supreme Court. There is a legal option available, so why aren't they using this and instead resorting to violence, Akshita?
Absolutely, Arun. Thank you so much for talking to us and sharing your views with us. And in fact, it is understood that things are at a calm situation now, and the board has been removed. The police are present there. Section 144 has been imposed, and all the journalists who were in fact kept as hostage of sorts by these activists have been freed.
ನಿಮ್ ಕೆಲಸ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಾಕತ್ತಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಮಗನ ಇವರು ಅಂಗಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವರು